Hi everyone, my name's Paul from Bernie's Learnings, and today what we're doing is learning about how to connect to macros that have been created separately, and we'll give you three different methods to be able to do that, one of which doesn't require any coding of any type for those people that are a little bit coding challenged, and then there are a couple of other ways we can show you as well. So let's get into it. So the first method that we're going to show you on how to combine macros is one that doesn't require any code at all. So if you're not confident with code at all and you don't want to touch VBA, this method is for you. So for the purposes of this video, I've just made two quick macros, macro 1, which I've triggered with a hotkey, and macro 2 that I've triggered with a hotkey. So if we want to combine those two macros together, the easiest way to do it if you just don't want to touch code at all is to record another macro, and we'll make this hotkey Control-Shift-C. Click OK, and now we're recording it. So then once we're recording, we can trigger macro 1 and then macro 2 and stop recording. So once we have done that, when we trigger the macro we just recorded, it combines those two macros into the one routine. So that's a really quick, easy way to do if you just don't want to touch code. The second way is to go into the VBA editor and use the call method. Now, to get into the Visual Basic Editor, you can go through the Developer tab. So the Developer tab, if you're not already using it and you need to bring it up on the screen, the way to do it is Options, Customize Ribbon, and then select Developer, and that will bring that up for you. Or alternatively, you can click Alt F8 and that will take you straight in. So in the Visual Basic Editor, what happens is that each time you record a macro, it creates some code. So these are the two that I recorded initially, and then the one where I've got a combination of them. So if I want to create a new macro, and I've put them here now, the code already, so you don't have to sit there and watch me type it out. Basically, this is the code you need to call those two macros. So basically all you need to do is create a sub with a name, okay, and the names need to be one full word. So for example, if you put a space in between in the word, something like this, combine one or something, it will not be very happy with you and will give you an error. So it just needs to be, so if you're going to have multiple words, and just use things like underscore, that's nice and easy. And as soon as you do that, as soon as you put in a sub, what will happen is, so if I put another one in now, and I call it sub ... what happens is it puts n sub. So basically you're putting your code, the active code, in between. Now the code's really simple for this, really straightforward. It's just call and then the name of the macro. So you need to make sure that exactly matches the name of the macro, which will be up the top here. So you just need to take a copy of the names and paste them in, and you can combine as many macros as you like. And if you do that, then it will work. So if we turn it, we go back to the Excel and we click combine and click run, it produces the combined macro. So that's one other method you can use. The third method, which also involves the VBA editor, and we'll do that now, is let's say, for example, we want to combine these two codes. What we need to do is just take the code in the middle and paste them into a sub. So if we create, say, sub new, okay, unexpected dot, okay, I'm happy with that name, new one, okay. And then we can just paste in the code from the first one. Just make sure you don't take the sub name or the n sub command, and paste in the second lot of code which is being produced. And once you have done that, that will also combine the code quite happily. As I said, the only thing that can really go wrong with that technique is if you accidentally copy n sub as well, and there ends up being two n subs, it will give you an error. Okay, and so once you run that, if we run our macros again, we have new one. If we new one and we want to run that, and for some reason it's not giving me the run. not allowing me to run it. I'm not sure why, but that works as well. Okay, so there's 3 methods for you. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, click the subscribe button and visit us at Bernie's Learnings. See you later, guys.